Hey there, Anna here with Shay Nunez. In this video, I am going to show you how I use Flodesk to create emails for our brand to share with our community. Since email marketing can tend to be this mysterious, elusive thing for business owners, I thought it would be really helpful just to kind of peel back the curtain and show you a look inside of Flodesk, this platform that we really love. We've been using it for 2 years now, and it's made the process of making emails so easy for us. I could go on a tangent that I always go on for all my friends about the beauty of email marketing and the fact that it's this community that you know for a fact when you create an email, it will reach that person who's decided to hear from you in their inbox. And that's a really special thing when, it's so common that we just rely on social media, and it's one of those things where you can just throw your posts into the wind and maybe their post lives and dies in like 24 hours and you don't even know if anybody ever sees it. But emails are really special in the sense that you know that it'll reach the inbox of the person who has specifically decided to hear from you. It's a really cool way to cultivate community, and emails aren't going away anytime soon, even though it might feel like an old school way of marketing. It's been really great for our business. So all that being said, I thought I'd just give you a little look inside of Flodesk, show you how we use it, show you why I love it, and hopefully it encourages you that email doesn't have to be scary, that you can do it. If I can figure it out, I think anybody can figure it out, and Flodesk definitely makes that process really easy. So inside of my account, this is just the simple dashboard. We're in the emails tab right here. So these are all the emails that I've ever created for our brand. If you want to look and see how an email performs, it's really easy just to click this little bar and see, that one didn't go out to a lot of people. Oh, that was for our course. Let me go back to the main page. This was the newsletter for October. So you can click on that little bar. Now it's more impressive, right? It's sent out to 4,500 people. You can see the open rate, the click rate. It's really great. And then if you want to, dig deeper on how your email performed, you can go into the details and see all the fancy analytics, which is great. I'm going to go back to the dashboard. So this is just kind of an overview. If you want to create a new email, you'll just go over to new email. And Flodesk has some really stunning templates that you can choose from. This is actually part of what really made me want to switch from MailChimp. I was using MailChimp for a while. Sorry, MailChimp, but their templates are very uninspiring, and I was stoked when I just saw how lovely and user-friendly these are. So if you see a template that speaks to you, they have them categorized as well, but you'll just click View Details, kind of check out whether or not you think that'll be a good base for you, and then you just go over and hit Customize. So in Flodesk, you can kind of put in your own branding in the settings panel, so your logo will kind of already pop up, which is really nice because in the other platform I used to use, I'd have to upload my logo to my email every time. It was pretty inconvenient, so that's right there right away. Also, everything is really easy to customize, really drag and drop kind of. You can arrange the parts of the email really easily. Let me get back here. You can decide to delete things just by clicking on the item and then hitting the options that it gives you, or you can duplicate them. That's really cool. You can also customize the email to fit your brand really easily. So if you go to the backdrop color, there's all these beautiful colors to choose from, but there's also a section with your brand colors, and that's something I'll show you in a little bit that you can pop in the settings panel when you're setting up your account. But these are the brand colors that we use for Shay Nunez. So that's just a really great way right off the bat to make your email just kind of effortlessly on brand. So you can also go in and choose typography. We use Garamond as our main brand font. So I can kind of change the colors and the size. This is kind of how I would go about things. I like to give a little breathing room between my logo. And then I would edit the text to be on brand. So this is really how I would just go about setting up, if I was starting from scratch, an email for Shay Nunez. There's also a great way to integrate your social media down at the bottom. I really love that feature. So something I especially love about this whole email design system is that Flodesk has these things called layouts. You just click on the little plus sign inside of wherever you want your layout to be in your email. Click on layouts, and there's just all of these options to choose from that are these unique, engaging, kind of pre-designed segments to choose from that you can drag and drop and pop into your email. And it gives your email design just such an engaging, unique, really polished and professional look, I think. And you don't have to design it in a third party. It just exists right here, which is so fun. You can make it on brand. You can change the fonts, add a photograph. So I use these little layouts all the time just because I think it makes an email that much more special. Once the email is created, mine, it would look a bit different than this. This is just to give you an example. But once your email is all set up and ready to go, you just hit next and decide, these little factors of what's your welcome to my email, your preview text. This is what people will see in their inbox. And then you choose from your segments. So who you want to receive these emails. And then, I guess I have to choose somebody to keep going. And then you'd continue and you'd decide when this email should send out. So you could send it out now, or you can schedule it for later and move on with your life. That's really great. You can send yourself a test just to make sure that everything's linked up and correct. It's really easy to add links to your website in these things that you're promoting. So that is the process for setting up an email from scratch. Another great thing that you can do is, if you've already created layouts for yourself that you really enjoy, instead of having to go through that process every single time, you can just hit these little 3 dots at the top corner of a previously created email and you just hit duplicate. So I do this for all of our newsletters so that I don't have to reinvent the wheel every single time. So I can just start with an email that I've already created. So that's the process for making email. It actually becomes really fun once you realize that everything is just so easy to customize on your own, and it looks really beautiful. I'm the type of person that's inspired and motivated by beauty, so if it's not looking lovely in another email platform, I'm pretty uninspired to make an email, but the fact that it can look so pretty in Flodesk is something that really got me. And then just to kind of work through the rest of this top bar. So this is the forms panel, and a form is basically, as it sounds, it's a form that you input on your website to give people the chance to opt in to your email list. So whether it's just a welcome banner, a newsletter email list that you're starting, or it's something like a free preset or a PDF guide that you're creating, anything like that, you're going to create your form in this page, and it will look, I'll show you how it will look on your website. This is one that we've created just for our newsletter. So this is the sign up form, but you can create many. It doesn't have to be just the one. That's a really cool thing too. We've created forms for each one of these downloads on our free stuff page. And it just looks like this. So you'll create a form just by hitting new form. You'll choose the type of form that you'd like to live on your website. I usually just go with the ribbon banner. And you'll choose a segment or you'll make a segment. So maybe in this instance, I'll just choose an existing one. I'll choose the newsletter sign up, hit save. And then it's pretty simple. You'll have the chance to make it branded if you'd like it to be a specific color, or if you'd like it just to kind of be see-through. You can change the text so that it fits your brand. I'm looking for that Garamond. There you go. Probably would change the color. You can go to your brand color. And then once your form, says what you'd like it to say, describes the thing that you're offering or the thing that you're inviting your community into, you'd hit next. You'd go through this list of options. So in order to add the form that you've just made, just to clarify, this type of form right here, in order to add that to your website, you would need to use this code. So the header code, you would install this in your website one time, and then the inline code would go on the page that your form is existing on. But there are plenty of tutorials out there. This was actually very simple to figure out. I pinky promise it doesn't have to be complicated, but you're going to use that to just pop it over in your website. And then people have the chance to join your email list, your opt-in. It's wonderful. Okay, moving on to workflows. A workflow is the chain of events, the sequence of emails that sets off when somebody opts in. So when somebody signs up for this free Valentine's Day card form on your website, you obviously want them to receive their free Valentine's Day cards. You don't want to leave them hanging. Workflows are something that I personally want to learn more about. So I'm not necessarily the workflow expert, but we have used them successfully to deliver all of our free downloads, and it's been a really, really beautiful way to build our email list and to offer helpful materials to our community, to not just send out, emails and newsletters all the time, but to offer free things for them to enjoy. I'm gonna show you how to create a new workflow just because I think that would be the easiest way to kind of break this down and offer a look at what it does. So we have options right here of a welcome sequence, sales. I'm just gonna click welcome sequence. And this is an email that it's offering as a template. I don't think that you have to use this. I haven't made a workflow in a little while. Okay, cool. Sweet. So this is a pre-made workflow sequence. You can customize all this. I'm actually going to strip it back so that I can explain what each section does. And you can see how simple it is. You're just clicking the little X at the top. Very user-friendly. Okay, so the welcome sequence begins when a subscriber is added to a specific segment. So that's when somebody goes to your website and says, ooh, Valentine's Day cards, I'd like to receive these. And they sign up and they add their email. So when somebody is added to, let's look for the Valentine's Day card form, this is how we ensure that they get those cards. So you can decide if you'd like the email to send right away or if you'd like to make them wait a little bit. I think that's a little sad, so I'm just gonna send the email right away. And you have the option in workflows to create a brand new email, and it takes you back to the templates. You can design all your emails in there that way. It saves a step, I guess, but I like to design my email separately. So I'm gonna hit duplicate an existing email, and it brings me to the page that shows off all of the emails I've ever made. And this is really great because then if you decide in the future you want to go back and make a workflow, you have all your emails at your disposal. I'm looking for Valentine's Day. I feel like I've made a lot of emails between now and then. All right, there we go. So make a copy. And when the subscriber is added to Valentine's Day, they're going to get the Valentine's Day email. You could leave it just right here and have it deliver the Valentine's Day cards, or you can go a step further if you'd like to continue walking your new email subscriber through a process. It's really lovely that you can have these time delays. You could maybe say have it wait 3 days. Maybe you'd like to send them another follow-up email. Maybe you have, kind of a condition and you'd like to be specific about, I want to only send it to them if they're also in this specific segment, and then if they're not, you can be very customized, or it's very customizable to decide how you want to nurture this new human who decided that they'd like to receive something from you. You can go a step further beyond just sending them the deliverable into kind of entering them into this sequence where they get other emails from you. So like I said, this is something we personally want to explore more in our business. Normally we just kind of stop up here at the top, but the option is there just to really take your new subscriber, your new community member along this journey to receiving more emails from you. So that's a really fun feature that Squarespace makes an option for you. Once your sequence has been created, you'll hit publish and you will allow your workflow to go live. And that just means that whenever somebody signs up to your form, they'll get your item. So I'm not going to publish this because this is an example, but that's the step for setting up a workflow. Super cool area to explore more and get really creative about how you invite your new member of your email community into hearing from you and receiving information from you. That's really great. Then there's the audience panel up at the top. It shows you everybody who's ever decided to hear from you in email. You can go through and see when they're active, what segments they've signed up for. And then if you want a kind of overview of all of the different segments or opt-ins that you've ever created, you can do that here. And you can see how many people joined down here at the bottom. The beauty of having segments is that you can create this organization in your business. So as you create a lot of different email opt-ins or different newsletters, you'll have a way of knowing who in your brand's world wants to hear from what type of thing. So somebody who signed up for a free Valentine's card might be the type of person who might also enjoy a free wallpaper or a coloring page. And you can kind of make that assumption that they're here for just beauty and fun. And when you have somebody sign up for something like a Procreate guide, you can assume, oh, they might have a brand that could benefit from a brand guide or a brand questionnaire. It's also really great because you can make decisions that you know are not going to bother your audience. So rather than just sending out a mass email every single time about everything that you create, this gives you the chance to kind of make that executive decision of like, I'm going to send this specific thing to this specific type of audience and this specific thing to this type of audience. And, you know, if they sign up for my general newsletter, maybe that is an indicator to me that they're interested in everything. But if they just sign up for a preset, I can send them preset related content and not get on their nerves. And that's a really great benefit of organizing your audience into segments. So it helps make everybody happier. And then at the top of the bar, the last little bit that I'll point out is the settings panel. I love the way Flodesk has their settings laid out. The branding feature that I mentioned earlier is up here in this area, and you can enter your brand color codes so that when you're and your logo, so that when you're designing your email, it can be on brand super easily. You can go to the overview. It just gives you the chance to kind of pop in everything's on brand. And then you have the option to share it. So I've loved sharing Flodesk just because I genuinely believe it, but anybody can be an affiliate, can help out their friends and share a code. And I think that's great that they make that an option. Overall, I'm really thankful to have found Flodesk when I did a couple years ago, and that I've been able to integrate it into our brand to create these beautiful emails. Email marketing is just such a special thing, and it doesn't have to be something that we're afraid of. Flodesk actually makes it enjoyable and exciting and fun, and if I could recommend it to all my friends, I couldn't recommend it enough. So I hope this look behind the scenes at how I use it, how it's set up, just encourages you that you can create beautiful emails for your brand, and it doesn't have to be a painful, scary thing, I promise. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this helpful. Bye.